This is my Volkswagen thing, and today I've got to rewire the wiring harness.
Would you just look at all that rat dookie?
So this car has been sitting since 1984. I found it up under a barn in an estate that I bought last year. And this is the only one that I decided to keep out of all 30 vehicles. So I'm going to start on the restoration project, and that means that I've got to rewire this entire wiring harness. Alright, so this is the original fuse panel that was in the Volkswagen thing. I took it out prior to videoing and stuff like that because I didn't really plan on doing too much videos on this car. But I decided y'all might want to see it, so I'm going to post it. Anyways, as you can see, it's pretty much covered in rat dookie and squirrel dookie, and it's been chewed and frayed from over the years. Like, this car sat since 1984, so you can only imagine how many squirrels have lived in this, and like how many, like whenever I open up this hood right here, there was literally, it had to be like a foot of just dead squirrels and squirrel dookie and acorns. I was vacuuming this thing out and cleaning just the hood out for probably 2 hours. It had to be 2 hours. And I think that kind of helped like preserve it in a way, because it ain't that bad in there. But that's for another video. I'll show you another video of what it looks like up under this ain't really the hood, this is like the trunk. The trunk's in the front, the hood's in the back on the Volkswagens. Motor's in the back, in case you didn't know anything about Volkswagens. Anyways, I am about to clean this up, and this company sent me this really cool vacuum cleaner air blower, and I'm going to use this to clean it up. So this thing worked pretty freaking good to get all that crusty crud off of it. As you can see, it isn't on there anymore. So now I am going to take all these little fuses out and I'm going to scuff up all the metal ends so that it'll get a good connection whenever it's time to put the connector buds on it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take the speedometer off and this panel right here so I can get inside of it and see if I can find any more wires that might be frayed and stuff like that, because I don't want to just go right here and, you know, resplice everything. I'd rather be safer than sorry in the future and go ahead and take this off and see if I can find any wires that might be messed up from pesky squirrels. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. As you can see, the further you go into it, the more chewed up wires there are. So I got to replace all of that stuff. Yeah, see, there's another one just hanging off of that bad boy right there. If that touches metal, it's hopefully the fuse will pop, but you know, it could cause a fire, and we don't need that. Jeez. entire wire chewed in half. Only 59,000 original miles. That's pretty cool. Alright, so I know everybody does things a little differently than everybody else. And everybody's going to have their opinions on how things should be done, except I don't care. And you can comment all the crazy things that you want about how I'm fixing to do these things, but I'm straight up about to rig this up with some old wire of mine. I think this is like 12 gauge. Something like that. And what I'm going to do is for every single wire, I'm just going to color code it with some electrical tape, and each piece is going to have a different like pattern and stuff like that. So yeah, we're going to see how this goes. Alright, so I pretty much got everything ready to be wired into the fuse box once that's cleaned up a little bit more, and all those wires right there are redone. I will then plug all this in and see what kind of issue I have next after that. I want to get it to where it's running. Hopefully that'll be within the next 5 to 10 years. You know how these projects go. You got something that you think's only going to take 2 hours, then it turns into 6 months. Yeah, for sure. I know firsthand all about that. But I'm going to try. I've kind of hit like a little dead end because I've got a wiring diagram, but I need to print it out because being on my phone, looking at it, and then trying to go back to this and do it, it just doesn't work. And I like to be as strategic as possible whenever I'm doing something. So I'm going to print out the wiring diagram, and then I'm going to redo a few more wires and see how it goes from there. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video so far, I invite you to, hit that follow button, and then maybe like turn your notifications on for me or whatever, because I'm going to be posting more videos like this as I progress through the restoration of this Volkswagen thing. But yeah, I appreciate you watching. Stay tuned.